Okay, one of the first things I want to do before I start putting all these timing chains in is just pull off this little apparatus that gets the oil to both of the tensioners, and often it gets pretty cruddy in and around these spots here, so spend the time to clean that up. It's always going to have some sort of debris in there because it's like a dead end for the oil. Pressure goes in there and it just can't go anywhere and it doesn't flow, so you'll often get a bit of a mess in there. So just get right in there, just make sure that there's no real debris. A bit of staining doesn't matter, but often you get a little bit of sludge in this spot. And also just make sure there's no damage on the back of these. Discoloration's fine, but there's no sealing on this. Basically it's just metal on metal and it's a machined fit. But you do have oil pressure, so you don't really want oil pressure escaping out of there. So it'll just sit on there like that. Okay, looking at the cams here, we've got that little dot on the top there and we've got that line there. Notice that that line is pretty well in line with the cylinder head. We can kind of move it a little bit. That one I'm not too interested in. Coming around here, again, that one I'm not too interested in. We've got this dot on here, so let's just make that nice and clear for the camera. And we've got this line here, which pretty well lines up with the surface of this. And at this point, I've got the keyway for my crank at about, say about 11 PM if you want to think of it that way. I'll just put a line on there so you can easily see it on camera. That's where my keyway is. If you've got yourself brand new chains and cogs and guides here, fantastic. The marks are going to be clear. If not, the marks are really hard to see from the factory. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, but in here, let's see if I can hold it. In here, you might be able to see that there is 3 links of a slightly different colour. I've got one there, got another one there, and I'm just looking for my last one now, over there. They're very slightly different colour. So just looking again at that colour difference, I've got one there. You can see the slightly different shade to that link, so I am just going to put a yellow dot on that one. Come around, we've got another one just there. Look at its 2 mates beside it. There's a slightly different colour, and the other one is here. You really want to clean the chain up so you can comfortably see these marks. What I've also got on this bottom gear is obviously the keyway, and then we've got another mark facing there. There's no mark on the back side, it's just on the front side. So keyway obviously goes where the keyway is. That mark's now coming in on the underneath there. Now once you get past the first keyway, you obviously can rotate it, but there's only one way it can go. So we've got that with the mark sitting under there and about 11 o'clock there. Now I'm reusing my guides. Mine are in good serviceable condition. If you need new ones or if you're in doubt, just replace them and put new ones in. Zip this guide down. And again, I just use the impact for speed, but I'm going to finish off by hand. Again, I didn't look up the torque specs on this, but nice and firm. Okay, our next guide just pivots from the top there, so it's just a slip on. Easy. Now before I can reinstall the tensioners, I need to compress this and lock it in place. A vise is the perfect way to do this. So I'm just going to sit it in there and wind that back. Notice at this point that this locking piece is missing the vise and not winding back in. So let's get that all the way in to there. Now looking closely in here, you can see there's a little set of jaws that you can move down. Once you move that down, that can easily slip back. That's free to go. It's those jaws that kind of lock it on those teeth there. So you don't want it to rotate, we want to keep it that way. We're going to lock it all the way back. And once you do lock it back, there's a little notch that appears in here that we can just put a pin of some sort in. Now when I release this, you can see it's all tightening up onto that pin there. That's all fully compressed and ready to go back on the engine. So let's sit that in place. That sits on there. Zip them up quickly. And double check by hand because we do not want that coming off. So obviously that's what that tensioner is going to press against the chain. Okay, now we can put the chain in. Let's just get that out of the way for now. On your chain, you want to find the two dots that are close together. They go up onto the dots on the gears up here. Like that. Like that. Don't be stressed about this. We'll tighten that all up in a moment. Run that down on that guide. Down on the bottom here, we want that dot there to line up with the dot on the back of that gear. So we've got the dots and the dots lined up there. We've got a dot lined up on the bottom. Now we've got a little bit of slack in here. You kind of need to just turn things as much as you can just to get that slack out of here so that you can fit your last guide. Okay, once you've got a little bit of slack here, we've got some big grooves that we can just kind of slide that timing chain down in through. Let's see if we can just get in. We shouldn't have to force anything here. If we need to rotate the engine just ever so slightly, just throw the bolt back in here. I'm just going to rotate it just to tighten things up on this side just a little bit. It'll just make it a whole lot easier to fit that in on there. We have the keyway at about 11 o'clock. We have, now if you're using the factory chains, they've got a slightly darker link. They're not real obvious. If you're using new chains, they're probably marked, but I've put a dot on there to make it easy to see. So we've got the dot that matches the machined dot on the cog. Coming up around here, I haven't hit the tensioner yet, so it's still a little bit loose. We've got our first mark on our cam gear here that's level with this surface. Come around here, and we've got the discoloured link, or where the dot is that lines up to the machine dot there. Come around, we have a mark here that just points off that direction, doesn't really tell us anything. This one, similar thing, we've got a mark that points off here, doesn't really tell us anything. We've got the dark link that I've put the dot on that lines up to the machined mark on the cam gear. We come around, that line is with the deck there, on the top of the guide and back down. That's bank number one. Now before I pull the tension on this, I do want to fit this little guide that sits up in the top here. Sits through like this. A couple of 10mm bolts, zip those up. And again, these sorts of ones I always like checking by hand just to make sure. That looseness in there we're not worried about yet. Once we hit this tension on here, everything's going to start to tighten up for us. Let's just double check. They've been done up. We're still on our link there at the bottom. Still on our link there at the top and the top. With that, I'm just going to pull this pin. Pull this pin if I can, it's stuck. There we go. So at this point, I'm fairly happy with how everything's sitting. Everything's still lined up. Let's do the other side.